Hello everybody, today I'm going to review a drink called Yerba Mate or Yerba Mate. I don't know how you say it. Everyone seems to get up in arms on the internet about how you pronounce this name, but and it's Taragüi, I guess that's the brand. Product of Argentina, I believe. And this was sent to me by my friend Matt quite a while ago. I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and I haven't got much left in the pack, but I haven't drank it in a while because my method of making it broke. It used to make it in this, basically it's like a tea maker device. You fill that with your tea or whatever you want, pour water in, let it steep, and you press a button and it filters through. It was actually quite good for the Yerba Mate. It kind of almost similar to drinking it out of the Gordon Bombilla method, like the gourd with the metal straw, because it kind of like, you could put the water in, let it steep, filter it through, drink that and fill it up again and keep drinking it that way. Kind of similar to when me and my friend were drinking it out of his gourd, but anyway, this broke, the buttons broke, so I can't filter it through. So I have a new thing now. This was my Christmas present. Teapot. It's basically like a teapot, but it's got a little sort of removable infuser, and it's also similar to a French press. So it's got a kind of plunger inside. So I'm going to try that method. I saw Circle of Drink, their channel's pretty good. They do all these videos about yerba mate, and they did a video on how to make it in a French press. So I thought I would try their method. Another problem I'm having is the temperature of the water seems to be important when making this drink. Apparently it's got to be like 80 degrees C, but I don't know how to get I haven't got a thermometer to get it the right temperature. I did see something on the internet. Someone suggested pouring the water into another container. I'm going to do all the water. I know I'm not going to need all of this, but this is an experiment. And then pouring it back in. Oh crap, that lid's stuck on. Pouring it back in, somehow that action will cool down the water to the perfect 80 degrees temperature that you need for green tea and yerba mate. And as you know, anything you read on the internet is instantly true, so that must now be 80 degrees temperature. Yeah, so yerba mate, it's a interesting drink. It's got more caffeine than tea. It wakes you up way more than drinking a cup of tea. I think it's got less caffeine than coffee. It doesn't give me the jitters, same as coffee. Like, I can drink quite a lot of this, like a few cups, and get really awake off it. But not with coffee. When I drink too much, I get like 2 or 3 cups of coffee and I'm shaking and I feel all sick and jittery. So I prefer this over coffee, but it's not as readily available to me. You also need to use a lot of the herb. I found it's I'm gonna put in like 4 or 5 spoonfuls. Maybe I should put more in. I'm not too sure. There's quite a lot in there. I might put another one in, just a little one, because there's some of the spoonfuls weren't full spoonfuls. Yeah. Let's have a look at the actual stuff itself. There's loads of stems in it. Different brands have different sort of quantities of stems. Some of them have stems removed. Some of them are more powdered. This is like quite finely powdered leaf matter. There's not a lot of loose leaves. There's a few, and then there's a lot of stems. Different type of grinds, give you different flavours. Apparently, I'm not an expert. I've been watching a lot of Circle of Drinks videos, and their reviews are good. If you want to actually know about different brands and, you know, a bit more of an expert opinion on the drink, go and watch their videos. This is just sort of me talking about the yerba mate itself. I'm going to get a bit of cold water just to pour in there. So it looks like this thing's quite good for this purpose, because the bottom of it, the holes don't go all the way to the bottom, so the bottom half you can fill with your herb, and then so you do this little preparation method. Pour a bit of cold water in, and then you kind of just let it sort of go through for the leaf matter. It kind of, I don't know what it does, to be honest, but I used to do this with the in the other tea maker, and it seemed to just bring the flavour out more. I've seen a few videos advising to do this first. Kind of, I don't know if people say it opens it up. Also, because it being cold, it'll stop, if the water is too hot, it might stop it ruining the flavour too much. So there you go, a bit of a weird mixture. So I'm going to pour in the water. Hopefully it's not too hot, but I have no idea. Actually, and I also don't know if I'm using this tea maker correctly. I think I am, but I'm not 100% sure. It's the Bodum Assam teapot with plastic filter. So yeah, it looks like you pour your water through the top of the filter. It seems to filter slowly with the yerba mate though. That's the only problem with this. It's because you use so much of it, it's kind of clogs up whatever you're filtering it for. I found that with the tea maker as well. It had a problem filtering through if you put a lot of the leaf stuff in there. Okay, that seems to be alright. I'm going to oh shit. Oh no, don't do this. Don't do it to me. Damn it. Right, I'm just trying to get it just so the lid sits on the top there. And I'm going to let that sit for, I'd say 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been steeping in there for about 5 minutes. I'm going to give it a plunge. Man, it makes some weird noises when you do that. Alright, that's it. That's as far as it goes, I think. Still quite a lot of water in there. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, this is a bit of a slow process with the tea maker. I don't think it's designed specifically for making yerba mate, so that'll do. Put it down on a saucer anyway, just to catch any other drips. And there you go. Yeah. The only thing that's missing of this device is a lid to put on when you haven't got the plastic thing in there, because otherwise you'll just have like that makes fart noises. Yeah, there's no lid to put on this thing, but otherwise it's a pretty cool little device. So I'll go and pour a cup and then see what it tastes like. Alright, so let's see how the yerba mate tastes made in this tea maker. It's got an interesting colour. It's quite cloudy, sort of a weird cloudy tea type of colour, and it does have like a bits floating in it. I think a few bits always get through the filter because it's like so finely ground up. I that's pretty normal. I think it's completely fine. You can drink the bits. It's just part of the experience. Yeah, it's strange drinking a big mug of it. I've got the Queen Mother mug here. I'm usually used to drinking it in like little quantities out of a little cup. It smells strong. I don't know how to describe the taste of this either. To me it tastes almost like just like a cross between tea and coffee. It's like somewhere right in the middle of the two drinks. Yeah, I'd say it's more like coffee, like a black coffee. It's very bitter tasting. But it's kind of got like that herbal taste that you get from tea. So I don't know, imagine like just making a really, really strong cup of tea. But yeah, very bitter, and the flavour sort of like similar to coffee, how the flavour of coffee sort of lingers in your mouth more than it does with tea. It kind of like stays on your breath and kind of like you can kind of taste it kind of sort of, it's like the flavours sort of like steam off into your mouth as you're drinking it. I don't know how to describe that. It's definitely an acquired taste. The first time I drank it I thought it was disgusting. It took me quite a while to get used to the flavour of it. But I remember being a kid and thinking the same thing with coffee. Like the first time I tried coffee I just thought it was disgusting, bitter tasting stuff, and just kept drinking it until I got the taste for it. So it's one of them drinks, if you're not used to it, I think you just have to just keep drinking it until you do get used to it. I don't think there's a lot of people who will just love it the first time they try it if they're really not used to this kind of taste. And it also depends a lot on how you make it. You can make it weaker or stronger, and how you're drinking it. Like I said, the first time I tried it was in the traditional like wooden. It's like a small wooden cup called a gourd, with a little metal straw, and you fill it right up with the herb and just pour a little bit of water in. And drinking it was almost like smoking rather than drinking something. It was like, it was so strong tasting, it was like inhaling smoke or something. That's what it felt like to me. It kind of had a tobacco-y taste. I suppose this actually does have the similar sort of tobacco-y note to it. Especially if you've ever tried like chewing tobacco, or just like if you've been smoking a rollie and you've got a little bit of tobacco in your mouth, and you get that like bitter taste of the tobacco. It has that sort of taste to it. Yeah, very nice. I'm glad to be able to drink this again, because I was missing it with my tea maker breaking. Yeah, this may become my new morning drink. It seems to really wake me up, and not it seems to, I don't know if the awakeness lasts longer, or you don't get the same sort of crash that you do with a coffee, which I seem to find. I'll drink a load of coffee in the morning, and then be like, I don't know, just feel a bit like weird afterwards. Like a couple of hours later I just feel like falling asleep again. Whereas with this, I don't know, it seems to be more balanced feeling, the alertness you get off it. That is delicious actually. That's a pretty fine way of making it in that weird tea maker. I also realised after I recorded the last bit saying that why hasn't it got a lid for when you've got the filter out. You actually meant to leave the filter in, and that's why it's got that bit at the bottom with no holes in it, so you can just squeeze it all to the bottom and then have it sitting there, and it won't be infusing any longer into the drink. Yeah, it took me a while to work that out. Another thing is it's good for, you can keep infusing tea through it, so I don't know. I mean, this will probably be enough for me, but even when I was making it before in the other tea thing, I would leave it like, I would make like a cup of a cup of yerba mate and drink that, and then a few hours later make myself another one with the same leaves. Even leave it, like if I was drinking it at night, leave it to the morning, and then just use the same leaves again. Just pour more water through them, and it's completely fine. You can keep infusing it through the day, and I find you can keep going until the flavour just goes away. Yeah, it's been a while now, and I'm really like enjoying this cup because it's been a while since I drank it, and now it's like yeah. All right, that's been my review of yerba mate. So thanks for watching, everybody. I don't know if you enjoy this drink. Let me know, because I've heard other people just saying they can't stand the taste of it and stuff, and it's only my friend Matt is the only other person I know who likes drinking it. Everyone else seems to think it's disgusting. I don't know whether people haven't given it much of a chance. Maybe people should drink it more and see after a while if they get the taste for it, because yeah, it took me a while to get used to it. Alright, thanks for watching, see you later.